Hey Fuzzy Goat family, Melissa here in Thomasville, Georgia at the Fuzzy Goat. I'm going to be showing you some fun new yarns we got today. And I'm so glad to be here with you. Cadence and I had a good week when we were gone. We've learned a lot and excited to have some new ideas to implement here at the shop. What I want to say, I think that's it. We also had our lab this week and on Sunday, and it was great. We had a lot of fun with everybody, and I think some people like had some aha moments. So that we talked about gauge, swatching, and blocking. So it was fun, a lot of fun. What do I want to start with? Yeah, let's start. I have some new product I want to share with you guys, and that just came in, like literally just came in. So, first of all, because you're probably going to ask, and I might forget. I am wearing my Licorice Twist vest, and I might have worn this several days in a row, so don't judge me, but it is fun to wear. I wanted to wear it to my classes that I have this weekend so they could see it. Kathy is sitting by the fire and knitting. Kathy, where are you where you could be sitting by a fire? I want to be there because we are not there at all. Thank you for watching. Hey, Lynn and Kay, Virginia. Okay, so this is, look at how cute. A throw. Would you call this a throw blanket? Throw blanket, yeah. I don't know the dimensions, but you can kind of get an idea. This one's got bees on it. 40 by 32. So it's perfect to cover up your lap. And then the back is very, very cool. Like, you know, if you didn't want to show the bees. So we have this. What are we calling these? Because literally just came in. Cotton knit blankets. This one is bees, clearly. And this is a crowd favorite. Look at this one. The llama. Oh, can you see it? I just love it. So that's the llama. Heidi's watching. Love those bees. Yes, you gotta love bees. You gotta love bees. Okay, and then this one is the sheep. Oh, let me show you the back of the llama because it's pretty as well. So just kind of different. And then this is the sheep. And I might have to have the sheep. I don't know. I can't decide. I love it. The sheep. And they're very soft. Very soft. Without being too heavy. And you can machine wash them. And not too heavy. Like, I kind of toss between that. Like, there's a certain time in my house that I need a blanket. And then a certain time that I just need to toss it off of me. So, Sandra's watching us from Maryville. Hello, Sandra. I don't know. It looks like Maryville. Anyway, okay. So I want to show you those blankets. Then another blanket. I thought there was something different. Oh, check this one out. Oh, this one's cool. This one's cool. Yeah, like what are you gonna call this one? What do you think we'll call single bee, lonely bee? It's just one. I don't know. But yeah, so check them out on our website. She's working on them right now. Hello, Harriet's watching, and Sharon, Lois, hello, hello. Okay, let me show you these fun yarns because I am going to be talking about my projects, one of which is the sock, which didn't get worked on a lot. But I will. Hey, Mary from Williamsburg, hello. All right, so as y'all know, okay, well, let me just start with this one. So we went to an intensive, right? Is that what you call it? Intensive. And I had texted Cadence the night before we were leaving. I said, just curious, how many projects is too many to bring? You know, should I try to reduce it? She said, well, you know, we're driving, so bring them all. So I did. And I counted last night, and that actually was 9 projects that I brought. And I actually worked on all of them but one. So when we're sitting in there in these meetings, you can knit, and I tend to listen better when I'm knitting anyway. But I didn't take out my sock. So I'm just going to take it out and show you guys. I probably have worked on it since you last saw me because I didn't, maybe not. I can't even remember. I think I did work on this a little bit. I am using my Flexi Flips, and this is the top, the cuff. What you see right there is the ribbing. This is the Magic Heel sock, and I just love this yarn. It's Ryan yarn. But I'm also very interested to see how this all works out, right? I am not a sock knitter. I don't claim to be. I do have like a couple more inches, I think, of this Then I do some of the foot, and then I start shaping. And that's sock 1. So we'll see what happens with sock 2. But so with that in mind, I'll put this down here. I wanted to show you some yarns that we just got in. This is, we got more of the opal, which is great for socks. And not to say they're not good for other things. I actually made my sister a sweater. Can't remember the name of it. I'll put the link up. With 2 of these, like they were coordinating colors, and it was a very cool sweater in that it's reversible. One side was a V-neck and the other. Anyway, I should post that because that was a neat sweater. But I used it. I used some of this yarn for it. And this, do we have numbers on these? Yes, this is, they're numbers. So this yellow one we're calling 1431. And then on the picture here, it shows you how it'll stripe or pattern, which I think is really cool. With this one is 1437. Again, let me show you right there how it'll stripe or pattern. This one makes me really want to do something with it. This looks really fun. This color is 21. Let me make sure I'm reading that right. Yep, 2107. And there's the picture. So Cadence, they have it. Is it depending on how you make the sock? They have 2 different patterns on here. I don't know if you.
Yes, most people make the sock.
It's circular, right? The other one is flat. Is that what? Okay, that's what it looked like. So obviously the circular one, if you do it that way, and then that one is flat.
I've never seen anybody make it flat.
And then have a seam, right? You'd have a seam. Interesting. All right, and so this one is 1430. It'd be fun for the fall. Where is the picture? There it is. You gotta love it when the yarn does all the work for you, right? Adorable baby sweaters. Yes, because these are machine washable, right? I'm looking at the tag. Yes, they are. They're machine washable, which why they're great for socks too. All right, and so then we also wanted to bring these out because these are fun, specially striped for socks. Is that correct, Biz Manos? Like they, yeah. So like this would be the body, and then you could use this for the toe and the heel. And this colorway is, they're calling them super pools, what they call them. Circus. Oh, I forgot I have something else fun down here to show you guys. Then I've got this one is juggler. So again, this would be the body. And if you wanted to add a little accent there on a cuff, you could do it anywhere you want. This one's more in the blue, so this would be tiny stripes, what I imagine. Caravan, and then this pop of blue. And this one would be not quite as tiny. The stripes a little further apart. And this one's called Caravan too. We might have a labeling issue. So we're gonna look at that out. Oh, actually, let's see. This one is Caravan, and this one, why do they both say Caravan? Huh. So we'll figure that out. But the same colorway, but you can see the stripes different. Maybe it's intended to be that way. I mean, it's clearly.
Oh, they are intended. One is wound up.
See? One, okay.
One is wound up to show you how more closely how the stripes
will turn out. See, there we go. So I didn't know that. So there you go. So there, no question is a dumb question. That's what I think, right? You always learn something. All right, so I'm gonna put these back, but I want to show you this other fun thing that came today. Hopefully you can see it in the wrappers. Look at these little llamas that have yarn on their back. These are new stoppers we got, and they are up as well, right?
Yep.
Up as well. They're all the same. I just grabbed a handful because they looked so happy all in a herd. Do you call a bunch of llamas a herd? What would you call them? Whoever calls them anything other than llamas. So anyway, those are super cute. All right, so let's go on to my projects. I show you my socks. I talked about my licorice twist. Let me stand up. I think I might have to slide you up. So yes, you see, I might have done the slit, seamed it up a little bit. I just got carried away. It wasn't intentional. I did a little extra in the body, a little bit, maybe an inch. And I'll show you that. Yeah, it's super fun to wear. And it was super fun to make. So that's a win-win, right? Anyway, I did mine in the Merlin from Issair. We have other sport weight yarns, so it's a sport weight. So I would definitely recommend this pattern. And it was pretty quick, pretty quick. All right, on to my other projects. Oh, I also will say, we talked about blocking this weekend, so I'm going to talk more about it in my lives. So when I blocked this one, I did not want to lose too much. I mean, the cable is not like a big poppy cable, but I didn't want to lose too much of it. But at the same time, I wanted this to open up the lace because I guess you call it a lace. There is some holes in it. So anyway, but I didn't want to block it for a long time. So I dunked it and then I laid it out. I didn't use any pins. Excuse me. I just kind of smoothed it out and laid it out till it dried. And I was really happy with the way that it settled everything. So anyway, that's what I will say about that. All right, the next one I wanted to talk about, I did finish my mom's neckline, if you guys recall. She loved the sweater, but when she wore it, the neckline, it was too low, which I kind of thought might be the issue. But I didn't want to make any changes until she tried on and wore it. So I did make it a little bigger, a little longer. I think we decided to do like an extra 1.5 inches. And in the back, I did some like 2 passes of a short row. That's what you want to call it. Just so it would be a little higher in the back than it would be in the front. If you recall, it was a little tricky. There is an I-cord bind off, and it was a little tricky for me to find that end. So I just snipped it, which is a little scary, and then had to tink it back. And yeah, so I'm not going to weave in my ends here until she's able to try it on. So I do need to like seam this, which I probably will do. There's the 3 stitches after your I-cord, they're live. So I've got to, I'll probably do like a Kitchener or whatever. And Anne is watching. Anne was just here. Thanks for watching. Anne's live watching. Excellent. All right, so this pattern is Telja. I think I'm saying that right. It's a Jennifer Steingass pattern. It is made with DK yarn, and I have now put it up in our product pages. When I say that, I mean if you go to a DK page, you should find this link. Okay, so Telja, Telja. And thanks, Anne. I think so. I think she'll like it. I think she'll like the new neckline. So what I'm trying to do, and I know Cadence does it. But what I'm trying to do when I talk about a pattern, a sweater, if it's fingering, I'm trying to put it in our fingering product pages, especially the one that I'm making it with, if we have that yarn. Does that make sense? So, but if you have questions, please text us. We're happy to answer your questions, but we're just trying to get all this information in one page so that you all can just go there and check it out. All right, so Telja, my mom's sweater. So my sister's coming this weekend, so that's why I wanted to finish it, so she can take it back to my mom, and because it's heavy. It is a heavy sweater. I didn't really want to mail it. So there we go. Mom sweater. The other thing, and I have made one of those for myself too, was I think my first Colorwork sweater. It's bottom up. So that was a little tricky because I was too tight and on the bottom. It worked out fine, but that tension, because it was little, well, let me show you. You can see on the bottom, after you do the little ribbing, these little guys, let me hold it up closer to you guys. These little, from here to here, it was really tight on mine, which was the first sweater I made. And it turned out fine. I tried to block it, stretch it, but so I got better. You can see mom's is not puckering. All right. Oh, what do we talk about? Okay, let me see if I can find that one. Yep. Okay. So I did finish, no, not a sweater. I finished the lemon spritz as far as the body and the chart work on the bottom. Whoops, things are falling down. It wanted you to go to 12 inches. I tried it when I was halfway done with my last repeat. I think I ended up doing 3 repeats, or just about 3 repeats. And it did need to be a little longer. So I did the 12 inches as they suggested. So I didn't quite finish that last repeat. And now I'm into the ribbing. I didn't finish it though, but I should be finished with the body soon. I think the ribbing is only 1 inch. And then on to the other fun stuff. I have been told that the sleeves, when you do that little leafy thing is easy. So that's what I'm hoping on. I'm not used to doing little things like that, so we'll see. And this was Marie Green's 4-day knit along. Not intended to be 4 days, but I did not do it in 4 days. I'm using Dando Silk Plus for this. So, all right. So then hopefully, if you go to the Dando Silk Plus page, you would see this pattern there. Over on the right-hand side, there's a, describing the product, and then at the bottom we have links to patterns. So there you go. Oh, Sue says the sleeves are easy and go fast. Super. I just need to finish that ribbing. So, all right. So that's lemon spritz tea. All right, the next one I want to talk about, and this was so fun. Is this the one? Yeah. Okay. Is the Pothos. So I had intended. Let me show you this right here. This is the chart. Look where I am. I only have like 3 rows to go, I think. Is that right? Oh, I have more than that. So once I finish this row, I have 4 more rows. But as you can see, it's mostly, I'm going to have to do some carrying here because there's, but just a little bit of my neon color there. So it's been going pretty fast when I don't have to keep switching and thinking about which one I'm carrying. Let me show you. So fun. Okay, this is the top. I want to make sure I'm showing it the right way. I think this is right. So this is the Pothos pullover. This is Ryan yarn, which we don't have a lot of right now, but I have linked this to other fingering pages. So if you're looking for the link, Pothos, P-O-T-H-O-S. What I wanted to show is the inside, just to show you where I changed my carrying method. Can you tell? It was right about here, I think. Yeah, right about here. But when I flip it over, oh, see, slow connection. I will slow down. I will pause. All right, so, and on the front, if you guys can see it, it's much flatter, smoother where I change my carrying method. So I do have to, in this method, they suggest to carry it every 3 stitches. But like you can just see ever so slightly, it's never really bothered me, but there's a little bit of puckering up here. And down here, it's just smooth. So that's very exciting for me. There was something else I was going to say about this. Yeah. Oh, I was gonna try to finish the color work last night. So let me tell you, yesterday is our day off. I decided to play tennis 3 times yesterday. So I played twice in the morning, and then I had a match last night in Tallahassee. So when I got home, I thought, ooh, I want to finish Mom's sweater. Sorry, my yarns are tangled right here. So I did that, and my eyes were getting very, very heavy. So I went to bed. So I did not want to make a mistake because it's harder with color work to fix that mistake. Anyway, so there you go. But I might finish it tonight. It's football. No, it's not football. Today's Tuesday. Football was last night. Another reason why I wanted to go to bed early. All right, so that's the Pothos pullover. I'm very excited to see what the body is going to be like with this blue. I think that's just so pretty too. All right, so that's Pothos. Yeah, I got a little carried away. I brought one back. I'll just talk about this one. If you all remember my Peach Fuzz, right? I put it on hold because it was getting hot. I picked it up again and trying to decide. I think it wants you to do 20 stitches. I can't remember which side was the front and the back. I think this was the front. I think. It wants you to do 20 inches from up here down to the bottom. I'm thinking I'm about 16 inches, which I needed a little bit longer, but I'm not sure I want to go 20. And then what happens when I get down here is it actually has a split hem, which I love. So I've got to decide what colors I'm going to use because, I'm getting kind of low. But I think it's only a couple inch hem. So I did, I don't know, resurrect, is that the word? But I did bring this back out and look forward to wearing it. Not too soon here. Well, I wish I was sitting there by the fireplace thinking I was going to be wearing this soon. But so yeah, I have a couple, whoops. So I have like this, I think I'm going to use this gray. I have a little bit more of the darker gray, and I have a cream color. So somehow I'm going to incorporate all this. All right, so that is the peach fuzz. All right, I'll get that yarn that just went flying across the shop in a second. All right, and then I did. Hi there, how are you?
Doing great. How about yourself?
Doing good.
Good. Are you on phone?
I am on a live. You're welcome to stop and say hello.
I knew I heard you talking.
Are you talking to yourself? So I enjoyed picking this one up. Like honestly, just every so often, I just like, this part is non-thinking. You're knitting and purling, I think, like about 14 rows. Actually, it's like 10, but a couple of them are down here. And this is a consistent of like 4 to 6 rows of just really trying to stay focused, and doing a little bit of a cable. So this, I think, is going to be a gift for someone for Christmas. I believe I did have an oops back here. I don't even know what happened. So what I did is I can't even remember. I just caught them so it wouldn't snag on the. You can't even tell on the front. So, but I just didn't want it to get caught in a finger or something. I believe I have. Oh, I have my little counter here. I think you're supposed to do 3 or 4 repeats 6 times, and it looks like I'm on my 6th, and then you repeat like so many more, 3 more times. I can't remember, but I am more than halfway. So I'm like this, going down the hill. So yes, that's exciting, and lovely hand. So I'm looking forward to blocking this just to kind of, get these edges down. Again, I probably won't soap block it. I might even just spray the sides and like pin them down or put something heavy on it just so it kind of lays flat. And I always think, if I do it that way, and then if I still don't like it, I can always soap block it. But I don't want, if you soap block it first, there's no going back. No going back. Okay, so that is the Painted Plains kit by Polka Dot Sheep. We have 2 colorways. This colorway that I showed you is the Mermaid. I think it's just Mermaid. The other color we have is On the Rocks, and it's a more along the lines of a brownish kind of thing. All right, where do I want to go from there? Well, I'll just grab a bag. Oh, so this is a new one that I casted on, and I'm making this for my sister. This is a DK. Hello, Elaine. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. This is the Look Squirrel for my sister. I'm using Sweet Georgia, which is not made in Georgia. And I am on the 2nd lace pattern. My sister loves like purples and pinks and stuff like that. So this is going to be a surprise. So I'm hoping she likes it. Like usually she helps me pick out the yarn that she likes and even the pattern. But I have worn my Look Squirrel and really like it, kind of like a jacket-ish kind of thing. I probably will make hers long sleeve, and I do have a button already picked out for her. So again, this is Sweet Georgia, DK, and the Look Squirrel from Casa Pinko. So there we go. And this kind of made me kind of excited. I was looking at this, putting it on the website, on our pages, our fingering pages. This is the Pop Rocks, and only 8 people have made this. So if I get mine up there really soon, I might be on their page. So I'm kind of excited about that. Maybe I should actually put it in my Ravelry so it can be linked to theirs, which I haven't done yet. So it had 5.5. They wanted you to go 5.5 inches before you did the bottom part here. Oh, Renee is already divided for her ranunculus. That's very exciting. It's always exciting when you divide the sleeves, I think, for the sleeves. I just think it's very exciting. So anyway, I followed the pattern and did 5.5 inches. I kind of wish I might have gone a little bit longer because it's supposed to go into the ribbing right now. I'm going to try it on when I get home because I think I need it a little bit longer. So I could make my ribbing longer, or I could just make the body a little longer on the other side of these. And I have thought about maybe making another row of those, but I think I'm beyond that. And the other thing I wanted to mention, I think I did already, is my different colors. So I'm trying to do some alternating. I think I have enough of this probably to do what I need to do, but like I think I'm going to alternate at the bottom with these a little bit. Maybe do 2 rows of this, 1 row of this. just to make this last longer because I need it for the sleeves. And I guess I can always alternate there too if I need to. But I really like this one. This is my game day orange. So it's very exciting. So I guess Auburn, oh shoot, who do they play this weekend? Alabama, maybe? I don't know. She's already got her outfit all picked out, even though she's not going to the game. That cracks me up. Okay, so that's Pop Rock. So now when you go to hopefully our fingering page and you go into Madelinetosh or Copper Corgi or something like that, you will see on the right, you'll see a link to this is Pop Rocks. And I might go home today and put it in my Ravelry page so I can get on there, be the 9th person to make that one. Okay, let me go quickly. I know I've been rambling. So I did work on this one too. It was really funny though in the meeting. I'd work for a little while. I'm like, oh, I'm tired of that one, so I pull another one. People are like, oh, you've switched projects, because there were a lot of people that were just working on one. I just get bored. I just get antsy. So this is the Westbourne. Again, we made sure this was on the product page. So it's on Copper Corgi, and then this is 29 Bridges Surrey Silk. So I'm doing some shaping here. I think I'm done. And now we're going to do some increases. And there's some short rows because it's a split or a curved hem kind of thing. So Cadence is also making this. And it's just really funny. Like, am I rambling too long? No. Her palette and mine. Like, well, I started before you, but she was very good. She only worked on hers on last week. And I was like, I can't do it. Can't do it. So Westbourne by Isabel Kramer. We are using the Surrey Silk. The pattern doesn't call for that, but we're using it as a fingering weight, so you can use it. We didn't change the needle size or anything. It is interesting too because I think when I did my gauge swatch, I'm pretty sure I'm using a 4, which is what the pattern calls for, and I think Cadence had to go down to a 1, although hers doesn't. Like when you think of a 1, I think of like a sock or something really tight, and hers is not. So it's really interesting when you start, she's still got gauge, but it's just having to use a smaller needle. So there you go. All right, and I think I just have 2 more. They walked by and left my yarn on the ground there. All right, so oh no, I just have 1 more. I already did that one. All right, this is the last one. I promise. So the plan is to do a class, and if you guys that are far away would like to knit along, I would love that. We decided to do the Andrea Mowry Weekend Crew, which is her new sweater, her new release, or new modification to an existing sweater. So anyway, so I have started. It is bottom up. You do the hem separately. This is the back. And it is worn inside out, but she has you knit it right side out. Yeah. So like I'm knitting, even though I'll be wearing it this way, right, with the purl side out. There is on the front and the back, there's a slip stitch little hee-haw going on right there. And I realized for the first few rows that, this might be a better one to see it. Can you? Yeah. So this is like a seam that'll go up the top. It's a crew neck. It's a DK. And there's pockets. So this will be my first pocket project. So there we go. Those that are local, stay tuned. We'll get that, hopefully that class up. And also, like guys online, I would love for you to join us. I'm doing mine in a tweed, and we are planning to get more of that in case people wanted to make it out of a tweed. Yeah, I think that's all I got. And it looks like, I was telling Kate, so it looks like I'm going to be finishing at least, possibly, 2 or 3 sweaters here soon. It's because I cast them all at the same time. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great week, and I look forward to catching up with you next week. And I think that's it. All right, take care. Thanks for watching today. Oh, what does the pattern look like? Okay, let me show you. Sorry. Yes, the Weekender. I just happen to have it here in my Bible. Oh no, I don't have it. I don't have it because it's over there. So it's a crew neck, where her other Weekenders kind of have a boat neck. It's a crew neck. And again, it's 2 little pockets right here. Okay, so I'm going to put the link up on our DK pages. I hadn't done that yet, but you can find it there. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good week. Bye bye.